Hey everybody, it's George. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Today I want to talk about trends in Portugal real estate, some articles that I found that I want to give you some information on. And then as I keep previewing apartments and looking for apartments for clients, there's some interesting things that realtors are finally divulging to me that I think are good nuggets of wisdom that I'm going to hit on later in the video. But first things first, I'm going to talk about some of the trends that are happening. So last week, one of the newspapers published that 27% of properties in Portugal are selling within a week of listing. Now, there's a lot of subjectivity because they didn't go into some of the metrics as to why, but they did list some of the more popular areas where listings seem to be going more quickly. So I'm going to hit on some of the districts just so you know the areas, and then I'll go into some of the things that I'm concerned about with the article. Because of the subjectivity, it didn't really go into details. But let's go by district, some popular districts right now in the summer of 2023. Faro, which is the Algarve. Porto, always popular. Aveiro, which is near Porto. Leiria, which is near the Silver Coast. Coimbra, which is a university town. Santarém, which is a little bit north and east of Lisbon. Castelo Branco, which is a more rural area of Portugal, and then Beja, which is a little bit to the south in the Alentejo region, south of Évora. Those are areas that seem to be popular at the moment based upon this article that based its feedback on an Idealista survey. But some of the things it doesn't talk about in the article that can be factors into what's selling and what's trendy. Does a property need work? Is it brand new? Is it priced too high? Is it priced to sell? The location of the property, the type of amenities the property has. Does it have air and heat? Things like terrible photos on the listing, that comes up often. So it's a fantastic property, just the photos don't make it look as good as it could be. Those are all factors into these areas and what might be trendy or popular for one group of people, maybe not for others. So I want to tell you, when we were looking at properties in 2018 and when we purchased in 2019, it doesn't matter whether it be Lisbon or Porto, the Algarve, so whether it be a popular region or a rural region, a hot property would sell so fast in 2018 was 3 to 4 weeks. And that's coming from realtors from Remax, Century 21, JLL, Keller Williams, Caso Sapo. Those agents have said that for them, if they got a contract or even an offer within 3 to 4 weeks, it's great. Now, even properties that might need renovation, might need amenities, or even the photos aren't that great, are getting maybe an offer within a month. So that's different than a listing selling within a week. But even in some of the more newer areas or places that a lot of immigrants and expats aren't looking for, they're starting to become more popular. And that's also Portuguese are investing, as well as it's not just foreign investment. Locals are looking at opportunities as well. So the other thing that the article did not touch on was it apartments and flats versus detached homes. It would have been nice to know what's selling more quickly. But as I continue to preview apartments, more realtors are starting to talk to me, meaning I'm seeing them and I'm looking at 4 of their listings. So the first listing, they don't say anything to me, but by the 4th, they're starting to divulge information. And I wanted to pass this along to you. So again, since beginning of June through end of August, as I'm making this video, some of the things that stand out are probably not shocking to you, but this is common themes that realtors are saying. Apartment listings that are below 350,000 euros and they're newly renovated or they're brand new, regardless of where they are in Portugal, they're selling fast, as one would probably expect them to, based upon what you've done in your research looking for places and what we've done. That seems to be popular and probably not a surprise to anyone. That what they did say is that detached homes in rural areas specifically that are less than 250,000, whether they need to be completely renovated or whether they're in good condition or brand new, if they're 250,000 euros or less, whether it's just the home with a little front yard, backyard, or it has some land, those are going very quickly. And I'll be honest with you, if you look for property on YouTube specifically, and people that make listings in rural areas for detached homes, many of those places, they have tens of thousands of views, and they also have multiple offers on those properties. So as you continue to look inland and more rural, properties under 250,000 going fast. And again, that's not a shock. That's more expected. What they are saying, though, about the rental market, there's now when I say the 8 to 10 agents that I've been working with to look at properties at various rental agencies, sorry for that. They're saying that rental market's becoming even more competitive than it has been. An apartment I had shown recently in Lisbon for 1,400 euros. I contacted the agent, and the agent had 13 offers on it. And it wasn't because of my video. They already had several offers by the time I published the video. I didn't realize that. They're saying if you see an apartment that looks really good, within 24 to 48 hours, there is often at least an offer made, or something that the landlord and owner can make a decision on. So if you're looking at rentals, which most people are for the D7 visa, and you need to find something and you want to get a second opinion around Lisbon, I can do that. I can't get around the country within 48 hours, although I'm expanding where and what I can do with looking at apartments. But it is something to be aware of. So if you happen to be going on a website and you see something really good, I would contact the realtor immediately, or if it's the landlord, and see what the availability is, if there's already some contracts or some offers that are being placed with that listing, because it is something that there are more properties going up for sale, and that's what the realtors are saying. That's not my opinion, that's from the realtors, than going up for rent. And I asked, okay, I said, that seems a little weird to me. It seems like more people would look for long-term rentals or the short-term rental option. And so I had lunch, and two Remax and Century 21 agents were there, and both of them had said something that I didn't think about, I should have, and it really resonated. And this is the nugget I wanted to pass along to you, whether you're looking to rent or buy property. What both of them said is that Portugal, their financial crisis here was in 2012. So in other parts of the world, 2008, but here it was 2012. And they said 2012 through 2015, investors, Portuguese investors and investors around the globe swooped into Portugal and bought up a lot of property. Stuff that needed to be fully renovated, and newer projects that just were coming online as the financial collapse happened. And they bought them at a fraction of the price of what they're going for now. So either they bought them cash outright, or they had small mortgages. So 5-year mortgage to 10-year mortgage on a property, and they were renting those properties over the last decade. Well, now they've either paid off the mortgage, or, and this is the thing I want to let you know, is that both the Remax and Century 21 agents had stated the investors that they're working with that are putting properties up for sale are thinking that in the next couple of years there will be a cooling off of the Portugal property craze. And you're seeing that. A lot of YouTube creators are saying, there's going to be a bubble and it will collapse. And so that may bear truth based upon more investors now have held on to their properties for, let's say, 7 to 10 years. And they think the Portugal market might be at the height. So they're looking to cash out and sell now, which is a reason why there's such a hard time finding rentals, but you're finding more property for sale. Now, granted, they'll make a killing on it when they sell it, but it's also creating an issue because whether they be Portuguese or not, they're looking to maximize what they're looking to sell it for. So that's something that makes it such a challenge while you're looking for a long-term rental, and why it's such a pain to find it is because many of the investors that have property aren't looking to do long-term rentals or short-term rentals anymore. They just want to sell outright and be able to, I guess, sell at the top of the market because they think, again, in the next couple of years, there's going to be a bust and things are going to come down. So there is a silver lining to that for you. Not if you're looking to come in 2023 or 2024. If you're looking to rent, you're still paying high rents, not just in Lisbon, but across the country, rents are a little higher and have spiked. But if you're looking to buy property, it's at a high level. But long term, if maybe it's 2025 to 2030, you have like 5 to 7 year vision to move to Portugal. By then, if the bubble does burst, then you might find opportunities there to be able to rent or buy property that are better deals 5 years from now, 3 years from now, than today. So long term, there might be a really good outlook. In the short term, things are still high. But I wanted to present that information to you that I got from Realtors. And as I continue to preview apartments for people, or I'm able to do that for myself, I'm going to keep asking these questions because the Realtors have a lot of trends and a lot of personal information that their companies use or that they see in dealing with people that doesn't hit either the television over here or the newspapers. So if I get more nuggets from them, I'll pass them along to you. As always, thank you so much for taking time to watch the channel. Enjoy your travels.